answering. Yeah, I'm just gonna record this for now. We want to make sure that we cover every ground that you need to know and everything you need to get started. Okay.
Yeah. All good.
Set up a few recording structure here. So, all right, cool. So, yeah, man. You know, obviously you watch our training and all that stuff, right? And the close portal, the call recording, and the call and the analytic. Have you watched that? The 2 call analytic. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was all pretty good. I'm just trying to remember what the core analytics was again.
It's
I watched it at the start.
Yeah, it's the red color one. It's only just 2 video. It's like
okay. Yeah. I think I've seen it.
Do you think you can like replicate what I do?
Yeah, I think so. I think I need to watch a bit more recordings if you have any core recordings.
Oh, we got heaps, man. Got like 20 plus. Yeah.
If I just watch like a couple more, I should be good to go.
Yeah. What's your background? What do you study right now? You're an engineer?
No, science. So STEM pretty much.
Okay. So you're doing sales right now?
Yeah.
What's the goal, man? Like you try to get like financial freedom or you try to?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just, financial freedom. Just, start making money.
Yeah. So, not sure, like if I show you the presentation over the phone, if you can even see it because the phone is quite small, right? So because I'm showing you, what I'm going to show you have some detail writing into it. You sure you don't want to your PC?
Can I connect to my PC as well?
Yeah, because like it's not like
picture.
It's gonna have some writing in it, so best not to do it from mobile. Okay, I think that's fine then, because like if you join with your PC, then it'd be 3 people in your room. Then it's gonna be like 45-minute time limit.
Oh, okay. Don't worry then.
I need to upgrade my Zoom somehow. But anyway, if you're good, like
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Look, man. This is what I prepare for you. Okay. Just want to make sure it's recording.
Yeah.
Just recording. So yeah, have you prepared your question for me? We can run through your question at the end of the call. But this probably may not all the questions. So this is our closer guide to actually onboard you properly. So look, the expectation, I think we've been through this before. I told you, you're gonna start off with the pipeline. You're gonna be closing warm inbound first, and after we can see that you progress and everything, we're gonna set it up with the calendar, and it's gonna be minimum, 20 to 25 per week, right?
Yeah.
Right. Can you see the writing? Is it small for you? Or?
Yeah, I can. No, it's perfectly fine.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So where is it? So it's going to be in our software app.vocalize. That's the link, app.vocalize.com. And this is what you're going to go in. The only thing you should be focusing on is the opportunity and the conversation. And the opportunity is what you saw before, the one I showed you before, right? Got line and then got all the people here. As you can see here, there's like 249 lead on LinkedIn, 70 lead here on the appointment set, 25 on no show, right? Quite a lot of people. So I want to actually show you who actually in the pipeline, right? How do we get them in the pipeline and who it is? Mostly they are real estate agent. There's gonna be a few mortgage broker in there, but we're only prospecting real estate agent right now at the time of the call. And what happened is that how we get them in is by we qualify them with 3 questions. Can you take on more volume? Do you want to take on more volume? And that he or she is the decision maker, right?
Yeah.
So this is not like a webinar thing. When you have webinar, when people book on your call, those leads are very expensive. We have a lot of volume if we qualify just based on these 3 criteria, right? And our offer, just gonna move that here. Our offer is we pretty much, we do it like sort of Sam Alvin way. If you hear it, he said, we help me desired outcome without pain point, right?
Yeah.
You know Sam Alvin, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Huge.
So So we help real estate agents across Australia get 20 to 30 appointments with buyer and seller in their local area using our proven paid ad system. So they don't have to cold call, door knocking, or begging for referral. Right. So that's pretty much the desired pain point. And pretty much you can integrate that in the script, in the follow-up, everything is work. Right. You put that into your and your copy and everything. So I speak to a lot of real estate agents. If you haven't noticed, I record all my calls. We got like
tons of calls.
Yeah, tons of calls, man. They all hate this. They all hate this. This is purely market research based on the conversation I have. I don't make this up. I don't research this. I know this, right? And what they desire is the hook, right? And the reason why you have to understand the hook is because when you talk to them, if you say this right,
their language.
Sorry.
Keep going.
Oh, so you have a question? Sorry.
No, it's all right. My bad.
The reason why I have this hook is because if you say it right, you will keep them on the phone and you will able to move them to the next stage of the pipeline, which is like the call to action. Because like they're not going to be staying on the phone. They're not going to do what you tell them to do unless you hook them right. So this is the phrase you want to say. If someone say, "Oh mate, I'm not interested," "Oh mate, I got thousands of calls like this every day." Well, John, are you sure you're not interested in a system that can generate you 10 to 20 appraisal, extra appraisal for next coming month? So if you say that to them, I tested it before. It really hooked them. If they when you force a no or anything, this is the phrase that actually hooked them. It's going to be like 3 or 4 of them. Look, John, are you sure you're not interested in 20 to 30 appointment on autopilot for your business for next coming month with absolutely no risk? If you say that, you sort of like pushing them away and as well as like pulling them. That's the hook. That's bottom line is the hook. That 4 phrase that I mentioned is the hook. And I test them before and all of my call, right? And the goal here is to move them to the next stage of the pipeline, from lead to call 1 to call 2 to close. It's not to not to sell them anything. If you pick them up on the phone, the goal here is to find out a bit more about them so we can move them on to call 2, right? And this is what you need to understand about setting an appointment, right? From the no-show or from the follow-up. Obviously, this is not relevant to the book appointment from our appointment setter, but doesn't matter how streamlined or how effective your pipeline is, there's going to be some no-show. There's no one can have 100% show rate, right?
Of course.
So when you follow up for no-show, for anything, and you pretty much your goal here is to book them for the demo call, which is call 2, right? So the flow is like this, right? And I have a lot of call recording rules. Permission to talk, right? So, hey John, is now a good time to talk, right? Hey John, is my name ring a bell? I'm Haya from ABC company. Is my name ring a bell? Temperature checks. Basically, I explained this a little bit further. I have made a description of this, but offer, which is the sentence, the one help liner, we help agent stuff, and then permission to move forward. So I'm just show everything, right? So basically, you ask them permission to talk. You say temperature check mean, have you checked out our website? Have you seen our email? Have you seen our SMS? Because our system will automate that for you. Just temperature check, see if they've done their homework. And then we basically help agents like yourself do this and that, right? This is something that you really want to talk about. And if they say yes, cool, ask them question and pre-frame it. If they say no, cool. You come back to the hook. Remember the hook? The hook is what gonna get you when someone say no. When someone shows interest, that's when you actually use the hook, right? And pre-frame question. And when you question them in a way that create pain point, all that stuff. That's really in the script. And a reframe for the demo, which is the transition, getting from the phone into the Zoom, right? And we literally asking them for small commitment each step. So number 1 is we ask them for commitment to talk. That's just like 2 or 3 minutes just to hear you out. Number 2, we're asking them to understand a bit more about their business. So we start asking them a lot of questions. So that's a bigger commitment just to hear you out, right? Now they tell you all about their business. So that's a bigger commitment. Now we're asking them to sit down in front of the computer and listen to us for like 45 to an hour. That's even a bigger commitment. Now they can't be like on the car or anything. They have to sit down somewhere quiet. And then after that, you're asking them for money. That's a bigger commitment. Can you see it's low commitment to high commitment, and there's level to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a sell process, right?
Yeah.
Right. And the script is here. Let me just give you a bit of the script. We have a cold calling script here. This is not really cold calling. It's more like appointment setting script. I shouldn't say that. We have a long script here from the Google Doc.
Okay.
Right. And most importantly, we have like, I think I have the call recording as well, but I'll show that in the next couple of slides. So temperature checks, this is the script. Have you checked out what we do, our email, our website, and everything? What do you know about us so far, and what do you think so far?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll do the same for you. Like beginning of this call, I ask you like, how much have you checked out, and what do you think of that? I'm doing the same thing too.
Yeah.
Do you catch that?
Okay. Yeah.
Understand the flow, pre-frame, right? So how this call will go is I'm going to start by asking you some basic questions about your business. If it sounds like we can help, I'll tell you about the bits and pieces. And if it doesn't sound like we can help and it's not a good fit, I'll be honest about that as well. That sounds fair? So that's really saying like, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to see if you're a good fit for each other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So here is the script for, this is a very short script, tell you how to reframe properly. And I got like 3 different call recording there using Loom. So the pre-frame, sorry, the pre-frame is before the question. This is after the question. The reframe is after the question, right? So after the question, you want to transit to the demo call. He said, look, really appreciate you answering all of my questions, John. This is what we do, and I think we can help you, right? Would you like me to tell you a bit more? And then they said, yes.
Yeah.
Cool. We're pretty much targeting people like the way you say stuff to them, you still have to give them something, but you can't give them too much or they're going to get confused. And if they do know too much, why would they jump to a demo call with you? You know what I mean? You have to have like, give them enough, but make them want more to come to
one more. Yeah.
So it's pretty much on the script here, man. And I literally say that out, and you can see it in the whole call. Like literally, this one is the most recent one. I just have it this morning. Literally, this call, this recording is from this morning. You know who I am. You know, and you can. They just So why do they? So like. Are they selling $500,000 homes? $100,000 homes, or are they selling more than $2 or $3 million homes? If you watch the date is literally today, this morning. Anyway.
All right. Yeah.
Look, so just to run down, I'll run through it one time with you. So look, John, it sounds like we can help you. We pretty much help agents like yourself do exactly that. And we use a combination of Facebook, Instagram, email, and SMS. What we do is we pretty much targeting people in your specific area and postcode, and we position you as the #1 go-to agent. And how we do that is we pretty much qualify people by asking them a few pre-qualification questions through our survey. In your case, it'd be like how soon you want to sell and what you think of the property value. So this is getting people a seller.
Yeah. Seller leads.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm talking about, right? The seller, the risk.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And what happened is we'll just pass it on to you real time, right? That's it. That's all we say. That's the information we give them. Like probably like 4 lines. And if you say it, it's probably like 30 seconds less.
Okay.
Very, very overview, you know? Now, And then what happened is, we ask them the question and we pass on to you in real time. And then this is probably much the transition, right? Look, there's only so much I can tell you over the phone.
Yeah.
Over the phone. There's only so much I can tell you over the phone. Next step for us, the next step from here is to schedule a 45-minute to an hour Zoom call. Bro, I'm writing this is such a rush. There's so many misspellings.
It's all right. I understand.
Yeah, Zoom call.
I get the gist of it anyway.
The entire system visually. So you want to say visually, so you can see it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to show you what it is, how it works, and most importantly, why it works. And in the meantime, I'll send you some email, about what we do, background, case study, something to chew on, and make sure that, you do your homework and prepare some questions for me. So the next call be more prepared and structured. Is that okay? So it's the same thing I said to you. I said before.
You told to me, yeah.
Right, this question, right? So in next call, and this is like reframe. So you're setting an agenda for next call already, right? So in next call, we're gonna make sure that number one, you like the system, and number two, you can see that it's gonna work for your business. And if then we both think it's good fit, we can talk about the investment involved and everything. Does that sound fair?
All right.
You ask for the time, Friday afternoon work for you. So you're setting an agenda for next call already. And you're also setting there's gonna be an investment involved as well. So they're not gonna be like, oh, this is commission only sort of shit, Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So we're gonna say like, if you like the system and you can see it work, then let's really go out with the flow with our closing call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like the 3-call recording here. Go through it. You can watch it at 2x speed. It's Loom video. You can watch it, which is very good. And you can see that how I take note and stuff and everything as well. So yeah. So that's pretty much like the booking. Like that's what you need to do. You need to close and you need to book for the close. That's the 2 jobs you need to do.
All right.
Are you following me so far? Let's take a break. Ask me some questions.
You pretty much answered all my questions, especially with the real estate agent stuff like that. Yeah. Another thing, I guess I can just look at all the recordings and all that, but like with the notes you take down during the calls, what do you specifically look for? That's
an excellent question, right? So I'm going to show you what that means in a second. Shit, stop sharing the screen. So one of the call recording I have is literally of me taking note. And with our system, it's very automated. It's you can see me taking note in this call. See?
Yeah.
And we have a preset question. I can show you that in a sec. Let me just show you that now. So this is our pipeline. I'm using you as a demo, right?
Yeah.
If I move you to first contact, like let's say you were an appointment set and I move you to first contact, what happened is our system auto-generate this thing note. You see on the note here?
Yeah.
So this is all pre-written question. So you just come here and click edit and you actually like pretty much a script out for you.
Just fill it out. Okay.
And you just said like, how much sales did you make last year? And you say like 1 million. And it's pretty much like a mini script on the note. Pretty cool,
that's
right?
pretty cool.
Yeah. I said like, well, how much you make last year? 1 mil, right? What's your goal, right? What's the lifetime of your customer, LTV, right? Is it like 3
Yeah.
Okay. What's stopping you from getting to your goal? What's your revenue again? What's your goal? What's stopping you, right? And then you just it's a pre-written script for you on that thing, and then you just click save.
Okay.
I didn't click save, but if you make change to it and you click save, it's gonna be saved, right? I said save.
Yeah. Okay.
You click save. Yeah, it's safe here. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Pretty
Yeah.
much
It does.
Sorry.
No, I just said it does.
Yeah. So pretty much I give you all of the resources you ever need, man. Like I give you the call recording, the script, and the mini script. There's a mini script behind
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is awesome. So And look, how warm is the lead, right? I think I mentioned that already. I'm not sure how, not sure if I double the slide. How warm is the lead? So they get pre-qualified by our appointment setter, either through text or email, but they should pass the 3 questions. And this is the lead journey. Probably see it by now. You know, we structure it very well. On the left-hand side, you can see that we rank them 8.5 out of 10. So like the appointment setter think that he 8.5 out of 10, but that's what he thinks.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like that doesn't make that's just what he thinks is 8.5 out of 10. And he have a note there. He have a lead source. It's from Facebook. Got a website there, and you can see that this guy opened our email, and he obviously seen our text, and you can see all the call recording and the note on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying everything that you come is completely warm, and you know exactly who you're talking to based on what we send out to them. This is not cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can have a look at what they've received from us and what they've talked about, and then go on from there.
And you have all of the information from the appointment setter. This lead come from Facebook. Talk to Daniel, and he do both buying and selling. He got 12 men in his team, and you got the website just right there. So like literally 1 click away. If you want to know about this guy, just go to his website. And the appointment setter thing is 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, makes sense.
This is our outreach message, right? So obviously it's the same principle. We said hey man, can you take on this lead? And all that stuff, we said, so just wondering if you can take 10 or 20, fresh plot. I know why I write fresh plot. I think to him it's more like hunting and all that stuff. So that's our outreach message. I'm going to be sharing this slide with you so you can see exactly what's going on. So, right. So you have to understand our long-term vision, like our why, right? So we just tell you like what, who, and where. We gotta tell you the why, right? We aim to be like the world's top advisor when it comes to helping real estate agent, business owner gain clarity in their business. And our job is not to sell them anything; it's to help them make help them make the best decision for their business and their life, right?
Yeah.
It's not to be selling and pushing them anything. We will fight like hell to they will fight like hell to stay inside a comfort zone, because investing in yourself is uncomfortable. It's not comfortable, right? However, our certainty will overcome the doubt, and we will empower them to make the best decision in their business from a higher version of themselves. Have you invested in yourself before, man?
Yeah, a few courses here and there.
Okay, is it high ticket sort of thing?
Not high ticket, but like I guess mid hundreds.
Yeah, a couple of closer we have in next coming. They invest quite a lot in themselves. But when you ask people to invest in themselves, they pretty much shy away. They
I totally understand.
So we have to help them make the best decision from a higher version of themselves, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to asking you to invest in yourself, I said like, what's your goal, man? You're gonna say like 10K per month. Well, what would the higher that earning 10K? What sort of decision would he make? What sort of action would he?
Yeah.
So I'm asking you to not making your decision based on who you are now, but who you want to be, right?
Want to be, yeah.
So this is the resource. The call analytic is just above the call recording.
Yeah, I've watched that.
Yeah, it's like call recording but with voiceover, right?
Right. Yeah.
And the closer training in the call. So that's the resource, and we need to track every bit that you do, man. We can have this link. Just click on it and just fill in every day the number of dial I make, number of people I speak with, and how many appointments I get. And obviously add a column like how many close I get as well, right?
Yeah.
That's our tracking sheet, and share the sheet with me, share with the team, and we'll keep an eye on that, right? So Just kind of turning my aircon for one bit.
Yep.
Yeah. You keep switching off and off it on and off with your camera. So
Oh no, it was just then.
this is our sales resource as well. Like this is like the closing script.
Yeah.
So we got like Google
Mhm.
Drive here. You know, everything you need. Like this doc, this
Okay.
Google slide is in here. Call recording
Okay.
one. Sales training, commission only, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Sell module, sell script. Let me just go through the script. Is it the same link? I feel like it's the same link. Are you serious? I'm putting the same link up there. Oh yeah,
Oh, it's different.
Different link, man. This is a video. You can watch that. This is a video.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. This is like,
What's this, sorry?
it's a self training course video.
Oh, okay.
Not made by me, so you can learn from someone else, right?
Mhm.
This material is not made by me, but other guy that make a lot more money than me. So this is something you can learn as well, right?
Yeah.
So we just talked about the let's have the link here, and this is the demo slide. I'm going to show you. There are full version, there's the short version. This is the slide when you jump to a Zoom call. This is like you need to, the slide here. You can just walk them through the slide. And I mean, like, there's a call recording of me closing with this slide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, before I jump to the slide, let me just go through the flow. Right. So just letting you know, this link is the link to the slide. Right. So that's the slide.
Yeah.
Talk about the slide later on, but let's talk about the close flow. Understand the close flow. Right. So,
okay.
Again, you pre-frame. And then you ask for the intention, you ask them like, well, what motivate you to jump to this call with me today? All that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time, people really not receptive to that question. They like, you call me, and you ask me to come to the Zoom, right? So you stick to the pain point by like, well, tell me what's happening in your business right now, how you currently getting your seller inquiry and all that stuff. Most agents, they need seller. That's why all of our conversation focus on seller. What happened to your past experience? What you tried before? What's the result? How that makes you feel, right? The past experience is always bad, and the result is always bad, and that always make them feel bad. If any of them say, well, past experience been good. Well, if the past, if they try something in the past and it had been good, they would have been just doing it, keep doing it right now at the time when right. And if the result is good, they wouldn't need more jobs. Then if they wouldn't need more jobs, they wouldn't pass the appointment setup pre-qualification question. So for them to need more work, need more volume, and want to take on more volume, something doesn't work. And if they very naive, and they like try to have that buyer resistant, because they don't want to be vulnerable to you. They say, everything in my business is all good, man. It's all good. Then so you can ask them two ways. You can ask them, well, okay, cool, John. I understand that. Really happy for you. But if everything is all good, why you need more work? Why my assistant said you need more work, and why you want to take on? Or you can ask them the second thing that, well, if I'm glad that everything is all good, but what's the number one thing you can improve on right now? So say number one thing you can improve on. Okay, we have this anyway. Where you at? Ask them about the number, the conversion. Most people, they don't notice. They don't track their number, right? You ask them like how many appraisal, how many listing they have. Future pace. What's your goal, right? Why? If they goes like 1 mil a month, cool. That's a good goal, man. What does that mean for you? Paint me a picture. Buy a new car for your wife. You're gonna put your son through college, or something like that. Well, we all try and make money. Like, what does that mean for you? really like
Right.
down to the. I mean, like you know the sales flow before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What
Just typical
who
sales
do you learn it
script.
from?
Like pretty much everything I've seen in like the whole agency space, it's all been here,
It's
you know.
like 1,000 guys teaching it, but it's the same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same
it's the same script. Yeah,
but if it's the same and it's all simple, why not everyone being a millionaire by now? Because it can convert everyone. You have to really go to the
yeah,
detail, right? Because when I first start
yeah,
sales, I just like follow the script. It's like, why am I asking this?
yeah.
Why am I asking it? But so
Gotta really
you have
understand.
you have to match the dot, man. You have to match the dot
Hmm.
so it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense for you, it doesn't make sense for them. So you ask them about their pain, right? So we ask them like, well, why is your arm broken? Like, what have you done so far to fix your arm? So where are you at right now until like this broken arm? Like, how many like let's say you have a broken arm and you playing like baseball or something, how many baseball games can you play with that broken arm? So not that much.
Yeah, yeah,
Arm is broken. Well, what's your goal? Like try to get like 10 different games, right? And what does that mean for you? Right? And
right.
what's actually, so you create a doubt, which is buying pocket, and what's number one thing slowing you and stopping you right now from doing so on your own? Does that make sense? It's
Mm.
normally time
Yeah, yeah,
and knowledge, right?
right.
And so fast forward 6 months, if there's a way to fix your arm, what can you actually do? Paint me a picture here.
Oh,
So
so
like
yeah.
fast forward 6 months, if there's a way to actually fix your arm, how many baseball games can you play? Paint me a picture.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably can play like 8 or 9 baseball games, even though I might
Yeah,
have like 10 baseball games. What does that mean for you? Right. Well, I'm gonna make more money because I can play more game now. It's really work
it's
for
making
any.
them visualize what they want.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
you have to create a doubt. They have to understand that
yeah,
they can't do it on themselves. They can't do it on their
yeah.
own, right?
Like
If
we're
they
the
like,
bridge.
yeah, if you say like, oh, what holding you back? What do you think is the number one thing stopping you or slowing you down right now? It's like nothing. Then you can't
I'm
close
not
it.
actually there.
If they won't admit it that they can't do it on their own, it's like
Yeah.
I got some people that say nothing. The reason
Hmm.
what you want to do is just um, rephrase the question. Well, okay, John, it's no problem, right? Let me rephrase the question. What do you think is the number one thing slowing you down right now, right?
Yeah.
You want 10 mil and nothing's stopping you. Uh, why not get it a lot faster? Why not get it in the next 3 months instead of next year, right? What do you think is the number one thing slowing you down? Some people don't really like the word stopping. Like, what's stopping you, man? Nothing. I can do it on my own now
Yeah.
in 2 years. Why 2 years? Why not 3 months? Right?
Mm.
So it's either stopping
Yeah.
or slowing. Some people don't really like the word stopping. Right?
Okay.
And the motivation is pretty much the same as like what does that mean for you? Right? Why not
Yeah.
stay there? And then now we actually qualify them hard. It's like, when do you want the result?
Okay.
Normally people say like as soon as possible. Like
Yeah.
when you want to get the 10 mil. Want as soon as possible, right? If they like being a smart ass, they say like, oh, I want it for next year, next 2 year. Cool, man. Let's actually catch up in 2 year. I'm not even bluffing. Like, I don't care, man. Like, if you want it next 2 year, let's catch up another 2 year. I'm not doing this right now. What's the point of having this chat if you want it next 2 year?
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, they have to say no. It's not an option. If they said, oh, I'm busy, I'm gonna go on holiday with my mom, that's like the indicator that you should not, do anything with them. Now, if they say, I'm gonna go on holiday for the next 2 weeks, cool, we have another catch up in 2 weeks.
All right.
So that's where we'll eliminate like, I'll think about it, or I'll come back to you in 2 months time. That will eliminate that objection at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
So they say like now, right? And then you ask them, why is it important to you now? Why is it important to you now? Right? Well, because I've been stuck for like I've been stuck like this for the past 2 years, and it's really frustrating me, and I just hate where I'm at right now. So now you're making them really, really pain,
Highlighting their pains.
yeah, agitate their pain here, right?
Yeah.
And this is a transition, right? You ask them right format, motivation, goal. What does that mean for them? When do they want it? Why is it important now? Just to recap here. So you pretty much read out everything that you take note for them. John, just to recap here, make sure we're on the same page. You currently have this, you add this, you want to go there, you want to go to this, and what's stopping you is this, and the reason why it's stopping you is that, and you want to get the desired goal right now because of that, right? Is that right? And say, yep. Anything else you want to add? Right? Just leave it out there. Leave it as an open-ended question. Sometimes people say, yep, just don't have enough cash on my bank right now. Now you catch it. You want to catch everything before you go for the offer on the page. You want to catch anything that is like, outstanding, right? So look, man, thank you for telling me everything. Let me give me a good understanding of where you at, where you want to go. Appreciate your honesty and everything. Sounds like you're really good at what you do. It's just a matter of putting you in front of the right opportunity at the right time. It's just a matter of XXX. So you pretty much say like, thank you for telling me this, and then you sort of bump up their ego a bit. Just put them out a bit. Sounds like you're really good at what you do, and just a matter of this and that. Would you like me to tell you a bit more what we have to offer? That's the transition. That's the bridge. You're handing over to them. Now you're answering the question. You don't ask the question anymore, right?
Yeah.
So when you collect the data from them, like this is what a really, really professional closer would do. Like advisor, the most professional advisor would do. They collect the data and then they use that data in the offer. So every offer is quite different. It looks something like this. So great, John, based on what you told me, this definitely is perfect fit for you. Would you like, so this is permission asking again, before you move forward with the offer, right? Cool. So when you call with someone, you collect like the taking note and stuff. A really good closer or advisor would do, they use that. So what we do with our program is we help agents like yourself to get, to roughly 6-7 figure, right? And without having to get that pain point. And how we do that is using our 3-step customer generation system. They always have like 3-step, 4-step, 5-step, or 7-step, but we're using like 3-step, just make it very simple. So like you should know that problem by now. That problem is like, cold calling, I run ad before, it doesn't work. People burned me before in the past. So how you said, so John, how you told me you've been burned before in the past, right? What we do is that we do this, so that doesn't happen. So how you call this lead before and they hang up in your face because they don't know who you are. What we do is we do that, so that doesn't happen. And how most agents out there don't have a lot of time to follow up with their lead. What we do here is we have an automated system that can be follow up with your lead for you in a form of SMS and email. So you don't have to actually manually follow up them one by one. Does that make sense? It's just a custom variable here. And if you collect the data, you should know the problem. And what you said here is about the system and the opposite of the problem. Like, how most agents out there, they hate door knocking and all that stuff because they never talk to the right people. What we do here is we create a custom brand marketing platform that can really position yourself as a top agent in the area, and we're going to be targeting only the homeowner who actually want to sell their house. Does that make sense? So you know how you mentioned this problem? What we do here is have the solution that's fixing this problem.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like script, because if you understand the flow, I can just ramp it out without reading any script. because it should never be a word for word thing. It should be like
yeah,
problem, right?
it's the guideline.
But we still have a script for you, man.
Yeah.
We have a script for you. Does that make sense so far? So
Yeah.
you go for the close flow, and then you bridge it to the offer. And now, what do you think the next step is?
Sorry. Oh, like asking if they have like the prices.
The next step is the pitch. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
So
the
that's
actual
yeah.
like the actual pitch with the price and everything, and then see if they have any clarity. See if they have clarity.
So that's what most people got it wrong, right? Completely backward.
Okay.
Next step is not the pitch. The next step is the temperature check. So that's the offer, right? It's not a
Right.
Google Doc. So many Google Docs. I should have just put it into one. I don't know. So, but I'll give you one slide. I have everything. Next step is the temperature check. You don't pitch, man.
Right.
You ask them to close, agitate that pain point. You make the transition, which is, would you like me to tell you more? You make them the offer. This is what we do, right? And then you stay quiet. And then when they ask the price, it's when you do temperature check. Always temperature check, right? Well, how do you feel about the system? Before we even talk about the price, John, I want to know how you feel about the system. How you feel, right? On a scale from 1 to 10, how do you feel? Give me a number. You want to quantify that. 1 being is a very stupid system. I've seen it before. 10 being I'm very open to implement this to my business. If you say it like that, they will give you a higher number because the number 10 is just open. You're open to implement this to my business, right?
Yeah.
They will give you a higher number based on what you ask. But if you say like on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being it's a okay system, and 10 being I need this right now and it's gonna help me achieve my goal. They're gonna give you a lower number.
Right.
No one ever give you a 10, bro. Like they are sales agent. If they, oh man, if I tell this guy a 10, he's gonna take my money. No one give you a 10.
Yeah. Okay.
I never ever seen anyone give you a 10, right? Like if I were to sell something, I'm not selling. If I were to offer you something, and you know, you in your mind, you said, I can't give this guy a 10. Or you're gonna ask for my credit card next question. You know.
Yeah.
Next question is why not a 10? I know they're not gonna give me a 10. Right? They get like 7 or 8, man. I'm just curious higher. Why is it not a 10? And just stay quiet. Everything at this point, you want to make it very tense. You want to make it when people say something, you stay silent for 2 seconds, a pause.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, okay, just curious why is it not a 10? And then shut up. You want to say everything slow, everything short. You say it short and you want to say it with a pause.
Quiet. Yeah.
And whatever they say now is an objection before you even reveal the price. So this is how you handle objection before the price.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah. You try to make sure like the price is the last step and that they're fine with everything else.
Yeah.
So
I
understand.
Whatever they say here is the real objection and you want to address that concern now.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
So do you see it working for you? Right. And again, we framed that in our last call. Remember on the phone call, we're going to frame that. Right? The point of this call is that you see the system, you like the system, and you can see that the system working for you. So now we're asking legitimate questions which they already know that we're going to ask them.
Right.
Now, if they said like, they normally said yes. If they said no, you fail to explain everything. And if they say no, doesn't matter if it's $1,000, doesn't matter if it's $2, they're not going to buy from you. No one's going to spend money if it doesn't work. Doesn't matter how expensive it is, right? If they said yes, how do you see it work for you? Get them to explain it to you. Now you qualify them even harder. Right? Why do you think it's work for you? Why do you think you're a good fit for this? Like just sit there, and let them explain it to you. Now this is what most people say. Now they start selling themselves back to you, and it's all in a temperature check before you reveal the price.
Right.
That make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
See, that's why I'll pause there and I'll ask you if that makes sense. That's the silence.
Okay.
What I noticed is I speak very fast. I'm still practice that, but you should always speak at the same tone that they speak, right? I speak very fast and give it a pause. That silent, you let it sink in their brain, and it just everything that you say a lot more intense and a lot more powerful, right? That's the ROI makes sense in your head right now, John. How many sales you need to make to break even? And I know the number already. They on average make 0.5 to 1 sale to break even. I know how much they make for each sale. They make most real estate agent would.
Wait, but
huh?
We haven't said the price yet. So how can you ask if the return on investment makes sense?
Oh yeah, that's my bad. So that's probably the question you want to ask after the
next part.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My bad. I think I put that slide together quite early. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All good.
That's a good question, yo. That's a good catch. Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Thanks. Nice.
System makes sense. So at the end, you want them to answer this in their head. The system makes sense. Does the ROI make sense? If they said yes, that's when we proceed forward, right?
Yeah.
Again, but if they haven't know the price, they don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So this is the page, and you understand the page, right? The most important thing about the page is to stay quiet. It's that tense, silent, right?
Yeah.
So obviously this happen only if they pass all of the temperature check. If they like,
okay,
or I'm like maybe a 5 or 6, like, do you see it working for you? Yeah. Well, how do you see it work for you? I don't know, man. It just looks pretty good. It's gonna work for me. Yeah. If they give you that sort of answer, they're screwing with you, and
they just want to know the price and move on.
Like they're not gonna buy. Wow. Like really, this is where you pick up the intention of the buying intention. Like you say, like if they give like a half-ass answer, like, look, John, I'm just sensing that you're not really quite interested in this. Is this something that you really want? And I would just go backward a step and then talk about their goal and their pain. If they like, 5 or 6, I don't know, man. So it seemed pretty good. Pretty work for me. Right? Yeah. You want to qualify hard here, right?
Okay.
And you don't have to pitch them, man. You said, man, it doesn't like, you're serious about this, John. I probably don't think it's a good fit right now. It's when you push them away. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't make offer to like time waster, or it's gonna hurt your mindset. Right.
All right.
So at this pitch,
and what if so what if they try to sell themselves again? Like even if they gave half-assed answers here and you say, I don't think you're a good fit, I'm not going to make you an offer, like, and they try to sell you, or they try to sell themselves back to you, do you still try to go ahead and make the offer, or what's to go from there?
Sure. I mean, like if they really qualify themselves back, that means something that you say might hit the trigger or something, might hit them, So
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like a million possible outcome there. So like if they like really, so it sounds like push and pull, right? If they seem far away, you actually pull them. But if they come in too close, you push them away. I think it should be the opposite.
Right.
I think it's a reverse psychology sort of thing. The more you push, the more they come to you. The more you pull,
yeah.
away from you. It should be like that, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like dating, the more you chase after a girl, she runs from you, and the more it's sort of reverse psychology sort of thing. So you do the temperature check, make sure that they pass the test, you come to the page, right? So for us to help you get to your goal without John, for us to help you get to 1 million a year without having to doing cold calling, door knocking, all that stuff, just a one-time investment of 9,800. And we said 100, not 1,000, 100.
Yeah.
And that word is very important. I think I heard someone say it. Just, like it's not like, oh, just a one-time investment, or a one-time investment of 98. Just a one-time investment of 9,800. not including ad spend. And we said 100, not 1,000, not 9,800. 9,800,
Yeah.
not including ad spend, right?
Uh-huh.
And stay silent. A serious buyer will ask about ad spend. I done this many times. Some people just like, they don't even look the not including ad spend. If they ask, say it's around 1,200 a month. This is ongoing for them, right?
Yeah.
Right. Look, I'm gonna tell you why we sell it at 98 first, because we have room to actually put incentive. The original price we want to sell it is at 68 or 58 or 78.
Right.
And I'll tell you how we
Okay.
do that. But what we do is we go up high, and we can push low based on incentive to make them take action.
Okay.
It's like we have room to play with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about as well, because I heard you say 6,800 before, and now I see 9,800. So I understood that you have room to play with depending on how confident they are.
Okay. Someone is joining the room. Just give me one sec.
Yeah.
I think I have another appointment or stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have another appointment with the other agent. But anyway, look, I think that's a real estate agent that coming on.
Okay. I think you probably have to take the call then.
No. This is more important.
No?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, look, what I noticed, a serious buyer will say they will silent, and they will think, they will fight with themselves, with their inner self. They ask like, well, how much is the ad spend? Then when you tell them, anyone that doesn't ask you for the ad spend, it means the price actually shocked them and scared them away, that they don't even have time to think what the ad spend, right? So
Right.
this is what the trend I noticed. Buyers always ask about detail, right? Because like, let's say when you buy a house, you want to say like, oh, what's the area of the house, like what's the neighbor and all that stuff, right? We talk about that later on. So you tell the price, you let them think. It's not like Sam Allen. I want to do it. The Sam Allen said they do it in one line. They said, oh, this is 900, but if this is something that you want to move forward today, it's just like 6,800. They say it in one sentence in one go, right? So what I want to do is pitch that, let them think, answer the question, right? And do the objection isolation. Do the whole objection thing, and then do the price drop when it's the last end. So it feel like this is a real price and feel like it's a real discount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you go like in one go, oh, it's just 9,800, but if it's something that you want to move forward today, it's just 6,800. That doesn't sound like a real discount. It sounds like a script. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I already planned this, right? So
Yeah.
you wanna sit on there, fight them like with the objection and all that stuff. Aside from the money, would there be anything else that would stop you from moving forward today? Like, John, if I'm doing this for you for free, would there anything else?
Yeah.
Normally it's never about the money, man. It's really never about the money.
Okay.
Based on how many sales they make, then you would say, you know, come back to the ROI question, how many sales you need to make to break even, all that stuff. You know how you know how much they make, right?
Yeah, about like I'm just guessing like 7-8K per listing.
Not in Melbourne. Melbourne probably 10 to 20K, man.
Oh, okay.
They make 2%.
So how much commission? 2%. Oh, okay.
So
right.
what's
that makes sense.
500.
Melbourne, I'd guess. Yeah, something around there.
And you do the
math. I'm not in Melbourne. I'm in Sydney. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. It's the same house price.
Yeah.
It's more expensive.
Yeah.
Right? How much you make?
Yeah, more.
Right? You use like 1 mil. What's 2% of 1 mil? Right? That's
20K.
It's 20K. Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and this is going on for 6 months, by the way. I'll show you the slide. So, aside from the money, would there be anything else that would stop you from moving forward? Right? Is it your goal to work with us to achieve X, Y, Z? Is it your goal to work with us to achieve 1 million a month? Right? What is your concern about getting started? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 3 questions should really isolate the objection.
Yeah.
And then you talk about address the concern, all that stuff. And look, John, I know cash is tight right now. We have a lot of agents in another area, right? And also, sorry, with the objection, you can isolate it with two binary options, right? So help me out here, John. Help me understand. Are you completely sold but just need help with the logistic? Or are you still uncertain that the program going to get you the desired outcome? Right. So this is an open-end question, right? Isolation, and this is like binary where you have two options. Like, help me understand here, man. You know, do you want to quit your job and go to uni, become a closer right now, or you're just unsure and you just want to stay safe at your job right now? It's two options, A or B, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can, as long as you isolate, you know what the real objection is, you can address. Have you done objection isolation before?
Yeah, I have, but I didn't like see it as isolation. But yeah, I've seen that sentence where you only give them two options to make them think of like what their real objection is, and then from their answer, then you move forward and handle their objection.
Because most people, the way they teach is like, he said this and I say that, right? He said, I don't have money, and then I said that, blah, blah, blah. He said, I need time to think about it, and then I said that, blah, blah, blah.
We should be asking questions.
Yeah, but it's not that simple though. It's not like he said that and I said that. It's about getting to
it's not.
I'm just curious here, what is the actual concern, right? And use it with being genuine that you actually try and understand their concern, not try to sell them anything again. Be concernful. Not sure if that's a word, but genuine concern, and they will feel it, right? And I was like, look, man, I'm completely sold. It's just like, it's a lot of money right now. I don't have the money in the bank for it, right? And oh, this is just like money issue, right? Well, cool, John. Is money the only thing that's holding us back right now from moving forward? And if you get a yes from them, we know for sure that the true objection is money. And cool, John. What happened is we can have a payment plan, and we're gonna give you the incentive, right? We're gonna help pay for your ad by dropping the price by $3,000, come to 68. Now I feel like we have discount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So this is what you push based on the system, right? So whatever objection, right? So first you want to isolate. You want to find a concern. Is it money? Is it they not serious about it? Or like if they're not serious about it, like, John, what motivated you to jump on this call with me today? John, you just told me you want this and you have this problem. What's actually, I just try to understand what your thought process are if you open. If for money, it's very easy to handle, but most of the time it's not about money. It's just the real if your mom have heart surgery and she needed to live, like it's money an issue. It's not about the money. Right. The scenario I give you when it's the money and you can give them discount is very rare. So I want you to actually know what the common is. The common is like they're uncertain about the system. They're uncertain about you. They're unsure. Like if I go down to the road, I'm unsure I'm gonna get my return back. Right?
Yeah.
That's most of the objection. And you have to know how to address this. Right. So this is what you push. Well, you isolate the objection, you find a real objection, you address the concern. And then after you find the concern, see if you can address it. If you can't address it, don't even push. Don't push if you can't address the concern. Like if they say like, oh, I'm not sure about the system, can you tell me more? And then you just don't know what to say or you can't handle it, don't even try to push them. You're not in position or you don't have the power to push them. Right. But let's say in a perfect world, in a unicorn world, the real objection is money. They just don't have money in the bank. And you find like the real objection, and you're thinking that you can handle it, and you're in a position to push them. This is what you do based on the system, right? So John, I understand where you're coming from. In fact, we spoke with a lot of Asians who is in a similar situation as you. So that's just like a thing that say like I understand how you feel, right?
Yeah.
Thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
The first push is price drop to 68, right? But you know, you obviously you want to add some sugar coat into it, right? You know, I understand where you're coming from, man. We speak to a lot of agents that is similar situation as you, where the cash is tight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna help you save. We're gonna help pay for your ad spend. This is what I said, pay for your ad spend by giving you a $3,000 discount. So if this is something that you're serious about, John, and you really move forward today, we can knock $3,000 off and it just be 6,800 and stay silent.
Yeah.
Can you see how this feel like a real discount now? But it's gonna be tough with a lot of skill and stress on your end because you're holding the price drop to the end.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the first push. You know,
It's
push them, make decision today.
yeah, it's like the thing in chapter 2 of that that book you got me, that you told me to get.
What
was it? It was something then retreat. I think it was like it was reject and retreat. It's like give the price that they're gonna reject first, and then the next thing that you offer or like that you ask for, they're gonna accept it. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Influence is a good book. If you're watching this right now, we're talking about a book called Influence by what's the author name?
Can't remember. Robert something.
Yeah. Look, so that's the first push. And then you stay silent and you do this whole thing again about like, you know, what's the concern here? Like what's stopping you from, you know, moving forward today? And all right, John, if money is a real issue, what we can do is that we can break it down to 2 or 3 payment plans, 30-day apart.
Okay.
The second push is a payment plan. So they don't have to chunk the 6,800 up front.
Yeah.
So 2 payment is like 3, 4. 3 payments like 2, 3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get started, it'd be like just 238, 2,300. That's like 2,300. 3 payment plan, right?
Yeah.
Third push is like, no, I'll still need to think about it, man. All right, cool, John. I don't want you to feel pressure and that you have to make a decision today. I would do the same thing. I would like to sleep on it myself. Just want to make sure the actual concern right now is you want to think about it, right? You want to sleep on it, okay? Right, you say, yep. Right, cool. What we normally do here is we have a process where we're going to be show us that you committed. We can hold the incentive. We can hold the agreement for you, right? We're going to ask you to put a 500 fully refundable deposit.
Yeah.
Can you see it's backward? It's from high commitment to low commitment to lower commitment to lower commitment, right?
Yeah.
If they don't even trust you for $500, man, you're doing a bad job right now.
Okay.
Right. Look, John, we're gonna put 500. We're gonna put $500 deposit down, and tomorrow, if your wife yell at you, right? If your wife yell at you or your wife is screaming at you, come talk to me. I'll refund that back to you. But if you do happen to decide to move forward, we're obviously gonna deduct that with your full amount. How's that sound?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So you do a big push, now a smaller push, and a very small push now. Right.
Yeah.
Nah, man. No, I don't make decision on the first call. So that's mean like the concern now is not the money. They don't trust you. They have uncertainty. Like if I give you a pen, right? And this pen, when you put $1 in one end, and you get $2 out, and I sell this pen for like $10. For sure, you're gonna buy it with no question, right?
Yeah.
Now they don't trust that the pen will work. They don't trust that when you put $1 in and $2 come out. They don't believe that. Limited belief,
Right.
or whatever that is uncertainty. The only reason where people don't buy, this is what I learned, very important, it's on the psychology side. It's uncertainty, they're unsure, or they have fear. They're scared. They're scared of the investment.
Right.
They're scared of taking the leap. they're not sure. Like, I think I need to talk to my wife, I need to sleep on it. It's just uncertainty. They're unsure. Like, if you like, man, I'm gonna give you this pen and put in writing, it's gonna make you like X and X. I'm gonna put it on writing and we're gonna both sign it. And then I'm gonna have like $10,000 in your bank account if you decide to refund it with just a click of a button in your bank by tomorrow. So that's why saying that you're adding certainty to the bet.
Yeah.
Right? And we
understand.
We do have guarantee. I'll run you through the guarantee and all that stuff. And this call probably takes.
All right.
If we're gonna run everything. How long is it now?
An hour and a bit, hour and 10.
Yeah, because I'm doing sales training and expectation and everything in one go, right? So right, I still haven't go through the slide yet. We can go through the slide. If it takes 2 hours, it takes 2 hours. Everything would be on the recording. That's all good. Fourth push is no pressure follow-up call. Bro, if you like, if you come back to this low, you have no leverage, no position to actually push them down. If you say, okay, John, like, let's book a call on Thursday, but I need you to make a decision by then. Right? I need your answer by Thursday, 10 a.m. You know what happened? They will ghost you. They will fucking ghost you, man.
Yeah.
It's the same with you, like, man, like, we're gonna do this by Thursday, and I'm gonna need like 100% decision from you, either yes or no. And then you're gonna ghost me. You're gonna ghost me or you text me no. Because it's pressure hard on you, man. And no one like right? If you fail the first, the second, and the third push, on the fourth push, say, look, man, I don't want to feel pressure. You know, I don't want you, the last thing I want to do is make you feel pressure, John. Right? So what we're gonna do is let's schedule a no pressure follow-up call. See how you feel about the next call. Obviously, if you really need time to sleep on it, do sleep on it. And it's gonna be a no pressure call here. We're gonna ask you how you feel, what your wife say to you, all that stuff. No pressure, man. Come back to me when you're ready. This the sort of language you want to put in there. You remove the pressure off the push now. At the fourth, it shouldn't be a push. It should be like if you want to do this, we can hold the price for you. If you want, I can hold the incentive for you for the next 24 hours or next time we speak. When will that be? Thursday, 2 p.m. Cool. Right, we'll hold that for you, and we just do a quick follow-up call, see how you feel. You want to try to put in the language that remove all the pressure at the fourth call. If you make them sense like they have to make a decision by then, or if you pressure them, they absolutely gonna go to you. I've been there, I've done that, man. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Cool. So for you to understand the page, I'm not sure why I have double slide at this point.
It's all right.
All right, cool. Look, this is what actually gonna make it like a real discount. There's a link, covidclient.com. I'll show you what that is. This is when the payment plan and the price come to play. This page is like when you do system, you just obviously save this link in your computer somewhere, right? And when you do a Zoom with them, cool. Like let's say they decide to move forward. Cool, John. Right? You send them a link on Zoom. Right? This link, weekly.com/deposit. You click secure, they go to a payment page here. I put in a fake detail here, target, Vico. And what happened is they click. It has like 9,800, right?
Yeah.
Credit card. But then it's discount code that works. And I'll show you what that is, right? So every code that you need to know. Bro, everything I thought of it's so systemized. Like I know how to do stuff, right? So I'll walk you through it. Cool. You get $500 deposit. Cool. You put the code 500 in, it becomes 500. And now it really feel like discount. You know what I mean? If you follow you and you take them to this page, and the thing is like we don't want our advisor or our closer to take credit card and stuff. It can be very messy. And most
Yeah.
people, they don't like to do that anyway. If you do this, it's the perfect way, right? And
Yeah.
you know, if they pay, we get notified anyway. We know everything. So the refundable deposit, $500, code 500. $1,000 is not a fully refundable. Look, John, if you really need to think about it, right, and you want me to hold this incentive, put $1,000 down, and we hold the spot, and we start the campaign when you're actually ready. That $1,000. So that's not refundable. So that's just like to hold this, right? So some people like literally genuinely want to start the campaign like 6 months, so they just not in a position to start anything now. Okay, if that's the case, put $1,000 down. I'll hold the spot for you and start the campaign when you're ready, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, the 6,800 is the full payment. The 5,800. I mean, like the code is easy to remember. It's just a number, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about the $5,000, right? So so obviously you want to close them on the 9,800, right? And if they, I had some people that you pitch 9,800 to, they said, okay, and then they ask you about the payment plan, all that stuff, and that didn't give me the room to give them discount because they actually believe on that price and with that value, so I didn't need to give them discount. And with the 5,000, you can use it as the 2 payment plan for the 9,800. So instead of offering them like the discount, offering them like 2 payment plan of the 9,800, right? Or you can use it.
Sorry, I didn't understand that last bit.
So you know how when we first I can't draw on this. You know how when we first pitched the 9,800?
For 9,800. Yeah.
Sometimes I didn't do the discount because they was like completely sold on it. There's no point of just doing the discount.
Oh, good.
Because I isolate the objection, I do the temperature check thing, and I pitch 9,800.
Yeah.
And they're like, cool, right? But the money is too much, man. It's like 10K. I can't pay for it. Then you break it down to 2 payments. So that 5,000 is the 2 payment of the 9,800.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if they like sold, there's no point giving them. There's no point giving them discount, right? The discount, like, oh, the money is the real tight right now. I give you discount so you can make decision today. Or you can use 5,000 as a one single discount. Like you keep discount from 98, 68, 58, and then 5,000. That's one single discount. That's 5,000 as well. So you can use it as a 2 payment plan or one single payment.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Yeah.
And a 2 payment plan is 2 pay, and 3 payment plan is 3 pay. I'll show you what the code looks like. Right.
Okay. So
John, I'm gonna give you this link over Zoom right now. Do you mind open it? And you ask them to share your screen now, right? So based on what we agree in, our code is 2 pay. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So keep in mind that it has to be exactly like this. It has to be like
Oh yeah.
Like it has to be like capital letter based. So I just want to test this. It has to be capital letter because I input it. See?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
2 pay and it comes to 3. It just do the math for you. So the 2 payment is of 68, not 98, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be capital letter for it to work. So you know, and then you come back here, you do it again. 5,000, right? 5,000, you apply discount in, become 5,000. And it's say here like 4,800 off. That make sense?
Yeah. So what
like
if they're doing the 9,800 in the 2 pay?
It's the same thing, man.
It's still 5,000. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But can you see how this like feel like real discount now?
Yeah.
And like it's no messy. Everything is just one link, and you just have to remember the code. And the code is bloody simple, man. The code is just right there.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm taking care of like this backend, like all systemized, right?
Yeah.
So the next step forward from here is for me to show you the slide. and then we have a couple more slides to go back show you how the CRM works, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
couldn't see the right, an hour 15 minutes. Right, cool. Let me show you the slide. Right, the slide you come in here. Look, John, this is a case study, and through here from Victoria, he tried a couple of Google ads, yada yada. I mean, like, you just watch the call recording, man. I don't want to really track this call to an hour. He's not alone. Nick here from Victoria, yada yada. Right. So how we do it, I'm going to show you exactly how a system works. Right. Our program is 6 months. This is something that you can commit to 6 months. Right. Mentally, this is something that you can commit to. Asking them the mental commitment first. Right. Yeah. Or commission asking. So we got 3 core pillars: broadcast, filtering and nurturing, and conversion. So the first one, so it is coming back to the framework thing, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So to help you get to your goal, we have this 3-step customer generation pillar. The first pillar is so you know how you have this problem. The first pillar is actually designed to help that, to ensure that that doesn't happen. We have this Facebook ad that's gonna be qualify them, and we build this landing page for you, book appointment, blah blah blah. It's all in the call, man. It's all in the call recording. We're gonna work with you every week. We're gonna work with you every week to make sure that everyone stays on the same page. You get our CRM software that's gonna be nurturing them and track everything, right? We got guarantee, 30 business opportunity per month, or we keep adding extra month for you, or you can request a full refund and I pay for your 7-night and 5-star hotel, right? I have a hotel voucher. That's why we put that in there. Just saying. Now that's real though. That's real. Guarantee no one in Australia has the same offer and guarantee like us. So go ask your friend, or I'll send you $1,000 for wasting your time. Right. So how confident are you at converting this opportunity if we were to give you 30 business opportunity per month? So we sort of integrate the script with the slide. Whatever you say in the script, you say along the slide as well, right?
Yeah.
So just so you know, to get your result, we break the sales process down to 4 components: lead, appointment, face-to-face appointment, and sales. And if anyone do like ad and landing page, LP is landing page, database campaign, appointment automation, sales university, online scheduling, weekly coaching, and guarantee, I'm happy to send you $1,000 for wasting your time. Because no one in Australia is doing this. Like, so John, if you say like 9,800 is expensive, tell me, John, who is in Australia right now, right? Even in America, who's in Australia, America right now that you can use, that gonna be doing the whole ad for you, gonna build your landing page from scratch, gonna be make sure that the automation is right, gonna write the content for you, the email and SMS content for you, gonna be jump on a call with you every week to make sure that you get the best result, and have guarantee in place to make sure that you're not losing your money, to make sure that you at least get your money back, right? Who in Australia do this? Happy to send you $1,000. And a lot of the time they said like either no or I don't want your money. I don't want your money, man.
Yeah.
Like I haven't sent anyone $1,000 yet. So
yeah.
Like no one do this, bro. Right?
Yeah.
At this point, I'll stop sharing the screen. Right?
Yeah.
John, based on what you see, how confident are you at converting the opportunity? This is like the return on investment question. You know what I mean? I want to spend most of the time with face-to-face, and the Zoom and the share screen should be minimal. Even the process should be very minimal. You would explain it very broad, right? And this is like stop sharing and do temperature check. How you feel? How you feel? On a scale from 1 to 10, how you feel? 1 being this, 10 being that. We talk about that. This is when you do it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's a 9. Okay, why not a 10? Then you forward it, and then okay, cool. You think he passed the test? Cool. Look, So it's just a matter of the price right now. Okay, is that true? Right, cool. We can show you the price, right? Our offer is this, right? 6 months. We're gonna make sure that we do everything 6 months for you, because that's a sweet spot that we find that most people get result. Done for you means we do everything for you. You don't lift a finger. 6 months of ongoing support, value at that. 6 months of ongoing support call, weekly support call, value at 9K, yada yada. Everything you see, John, value at 31K. Is everything on the board makes sense so far? Right. Make sure that they understand. Cool. Everything we just discussed about have shown value of 31K. And I should fix that. I still haven't fixed that. So busy, man. But this is say 30K, this is say 31K. So I need to fix that number, right? So everything we just shown you have total value of 31K, John, but I'm not gonna charge you that. Is this something that you're willing to move forward today? Our 6-month program have just a one-time investment of 9,800 plus all of the bonuses, not including ad spend and SMS.
Yeah.
So that girl come in. So the agent come in, make it 3. So it's counting 40 minutes now. So we only got 10 minutes. Right, cool.
Okay.
So that makes sense. Let's come back to the slide and stuff, and then you do the price drop. But I should change that. Just. You remember that, right? Just.
Yeah.
That's a very important word. And then I do have this slide where I have the bonus thing, but I start to not use that anymore. Like the exclusive bonus and all that stuff. I start to not use that anymore. I don't feel I need it. And
okay.
I used to show people that, but I feel like, man, if I show people that, it doesn't feel like a discount. So it's like I'm making a whole slide to show about the discount, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
right.
after I've seen this, if everything makes sense, right? If everything makes sense, stay silent, let them think about it. They probably like write down on their paper right now, whatever. Let them speak. Okay, does everything make sense? Then they ask you a question. When they start asking you a question, then you have conversation, quit the screen, come back to face, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right, and then we do that thing that we talk about where you do objection handling and all that stuff, okay? So we just went over to the slide, right? That's a good, you think the slide makes sense? And plus, look, I use the exact same slide to close deal. You can see my live recording anyway, right? So we just go to the slide. Now is to actually tell you about how to actually set the whole thing up. I'll walk you through the whole thing, how to actually use our CRM and everything, right? So you want to jump out and come back?
Yeah, I'll just jump on my computer.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Give me 2 minutes.
There has to be a new meeting.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, new meeting.
Yeah, just message me the link.